There's been a lot of talk recently about a recession coming, and whether you think the recession is here or it's down the road just a little bit, regardless, a lot of people have been linking that with a housing market crash. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Now in '08, we saw the housing market crash along with the recession, but the reason we saw the recession after the housing market crash was it was actually driven by the housing market issues, the lending and the appraising and the dysfunction that was going on in the market at that time. This market is quite a bit different. I think what's driving the recession today is inflation, which inflation was caused primarily through government handouts that they did through COVID. You give away enough money and you're going to have to pay for it somehow, and we're paying for it through inflation, which is causing the recession. I understand that's oversimplified, but I think that's where the stimulus is coming from this recession. And so is that going to cause a housing market crash? And my response to that is no, it's not going to cause a housing market crash. In the last 2 years, we have seen interest rates from the feds become pretty substantially higher than what we're used to. And the difference between what somebody's salary is and what they pay for on a house is like a 6-to-1 ratio, where back in the 80s it was like a 4-to-1 ratio. And so we feel the pain of those high interest rates more acutely in this market than we did back in the 80s. And so the reality was, when they did that, it really slowed the market down. So in a sense, we've been in a recession for the last 2 years in the housing market. Now, when the economy goes into a recession, the only lever the feds have to help pull us back out of that recession is going to be lowering interest rates. Once they lower interest rates, we're going to see the housing market take off. And so this recession might actually be more of a catalyst for the housing market, and it certainly isn't going to cause the housing market to crash.